Hey guys, Rubber Tramp Renegade. Wanted to give you an updated van tour. It's been a while since I did my original tour video and a lot has changed. So let's take a look at what's changed on the van since my original video. If you look outside, the main thing that you'll see is the roof rack up there and the lights. Basically, me and my brother built that rack. That way I can carry whatever I want to carry. I can carry kayaks, I can carry luggage, just whatever. Because the inside of the van is full of all my camping gear and bed and everything like that. So on the back here I put a ladder to get up to the rack and to store things that I need up there. Let's go inside the van. If you remember when I made the van video, the first van video, the tour, this was just one cabinet, and in that cabinet is my electrical stuff, and down here was pretty much nothing. I did cut that and I made room for a toilet. In here I've got a Dometic camp toilet that can slide out. I can use it, put it back in, and then it's out of the way. I just moved the latches up. These latches here open, and then I've got a storage cabinet, which there's not much in here right now. There is a light in here, and that is controlled by these switches here, and I'll show you what the other two do here in a second. But back behind this is my electrical panel, and if you want to check out my other video and see that a little more in depth, you'll see how it's all set up. Okay, this just comes apart, and then this slides up, and behind there I have all my electrical wiring. And then I've got extra fuses and connectors, extra wire, all the tools to wire something else if I wanted to wire something. That just slides in. This goes up here. Snaps in. It's just like that. Alright, now moving on to this side of the cabinet. There's another cabinet here. Little countertop, and I got my Scooby-Doo up here. It's kind of an inside joke, little story. That's a bow tie I put on him from a friend's wedding. In this cabinet you've got just basically storage. There's all my cooking utensils, things like that. I keep dry food in here, anything that doesn't need to be refrigerated. Then over here on this side of the van is my Dometic fridge. I've got it where it can vent here, and then it can vent on the other side of the cabinet there. Got all my pots and pans hanging here. There's a light in here that allows me to see in the fridge. Somebody told me I should make this slide out on a little roller. That'd be kind of neat. Maybe I'll look into that. There's storage under the bed there. Those slide out, and I can store things in them. I've got one here, one there. There's my 10x10 pop-out awning. And then here is my bed. This is a full-size futon. Just bought it and put it in here. Built the bed to kind of fit the mattress there. The bed opens up, and it helps now that I've got these hydraulic shocks there. They help keep it opened up and up all the time when I'm needing to scrounge around in there and get to things. Here's my camp stove. Here is just like camping gear, poncho, fire starter, lighter, bug spray. There's a first aid kit. There's some butane for my stove. There's a little container down there that doesn't have anything in it. I've got a cast iron skillet. Some Walmart bags for trash bags, things like that. Back in here there's some more butane, and you can basically see my wheel wells there, and that's just extra deep storage. Then in the back of the van you'll see I've got storage here beside the bed. These cabinets here open up, and they've got two levels. Basically got a shelf in the middle there. There's one on this side, and there's one on that side over there. I still haven't finished staining them, but they work. Don't have anything in them but It's good storage to have. I've got hooks up here and here, and then my curtain across the back. Up here is where that switch panel is that I was telling you about. The first switch shows my battery gauge, and right now it's showing 12.5, which is good. The second switch does my USB port, which right now I've got some lights plugged in, the little twinkle lights. They go around. And then up here I've got my remote for my other lights. You can see those in my other video. But basically, I've got plenty of lighting in here. I've also got these lights here. I got that set there, and then I got another set right there, so I can turn those on. Alright, and in the roof of the van, you'll see I have my Max Air fan. It's a 10-speed fan. It's reversible, blows air in and out. The switch is right here. You can see it works pretty good. Basically, I just keep that running if I'm parked somewhere. Usually try to park in the shade, because this van being black on top, it does get pretty hot in here pretty quick. So, but the fan helps. Crack the back windows, turn the fan on, and it ventilates pretty good. I don't guess I've really ever showed you the inside of the cab, so I'll go ahead and show that to you. It's actually in pretty good shape for an 86. I've basically just got two low back seats. They don't swivel, but they are pretty comfortable. One thing I like about them is underneath the seats here is a pretty good amount of storage. It's basically the same on that side. I can fit all kinds of stuff under there. I did have the cup holders here, but my wife kind of pushed down a little too hard and broke that off, so I need to build another one of those. Not a big deal. Up here is my switch setup for the lights outside there. And then I have this fan here, just a USB, or not USB, but a 12-volt fan. It just kind of helps with the air conditioning. Alright, now back to the back of the van. I've got my American flag, and you can see my American flag is the right way this way, so people behind me driving can see the American flag. Inside here I've got several things. I've got a 5-gallon bucket for water, and that's for my shower water. Here's a little storage compartment for various things. I've got a 7-gallon Aquatainer, toolbox for if I break down, extra drinking water there. I've got some jumper cables back there. I've got my chairs. These are just camping chairs, and then you can see that's the back of the van here. Then you can kind of see in here from this view. Maybe that helps a little bit. But in here I have towels. These just bungee to hold the drawers from coming out. There's towels in there for showering. Here's the shower. And then down here I just have tools, extra screws and rags and things like that. Basically that's the van. I didn't show you under the hood. You'll have to check out my electrical video for that. I've got my battery isolator and my auxiliary battery. I've got a whole video explaining that and how that works, so check that out. I hope this was a pretty good video for you, and keep watching. I hope to go on some pretty good camping trips here now that the weather's cooling down a little bit. Thanks again. Be sure to subscribe, and thanks for watching.